We are so small in the universe. The ancient world had once believed that the Earth was at the centre of the universe, and that the lights in the night sky were nothing more than distant flickering lights. These lights were said to have followed the movements of our planet, and were only used to help guide sailors and travellers all around the known world. Today, our understanding of the universe is made dramatically different as humanity comes to terms with the realization that not only are we not the centre of the universe, but we are hardly a speck in the cosmic collective that makes up our observable reality. Seen as the single most important discovery of mankind, the discovery of the sheer scale of our universe dates as far back as the discoveries made by Copernicus, who first proved that the universe was not the centre of the solar system. After this holy grail discovery, scientists would then, over many centuries and across many cultures, work to discover a new system of calculating distances by growing what is now referred to as the cosmic distance ladder. The cosmic distance ladder is the collective growth in knowledge of star systems over time, by using emerging tools in parallax theory to calculate the distance between our own planet and the other distant celestial bodies. As accurate measures grew over time, with astronomers working to slowly classify these celestial bodies and their distances, we slowly grew a more accurate picture as to the scale of our universe, and it's far larger than we ever realised. Currently, scientists believe today's model of the observable universe is more than 95 billion light-years across, more than 3,000 times larger than the original estimate back in the early 1920s. Even today, as our technology gets better and new breakthroughs in astronomy develop, scientists are discovering that our placement in the observable universe is even smaller than we ever could have imagined. What happened to the Vikings? Despite a number of incredibly successful invasions and raids made all across Europe by the year 1066, it appears that the Vikings completely disappeared from European record, as if they completely stopped making any advancements of any kind by that year. At first, researchers were completely baffled as to why the Viking conquest would end nearly overnight. A number of archaeologists began to work together to pore over old documents to better understand what transpired to have caused this disappearance of the Viking raids. When looking closer at the Viking lifestyle, it became obvious that though the Scandinavians were still expanding within their own areas and developing their civilization, the change of government led to the exchange of wealth, causing massive income inequalities all throughout Scandinavia. This meant that though the overall quality of life was raised and everyone became wealthier, there were only a few that held a massive amount of wealth amongst themselves. Given the fact that raiding was more of a necessity for those living in poverty, there were less Vikings to be found as the standard of living was raised. Additionally, due to the massive amount of income equality, very few were willing to make the substantial investment to construct fleets for invasions, as those with the money to make it happen were more than content with their wealth and saw very little reward in the raid. Although this doesn't help to explain the complete overnight change, it does help to shed more light on the changes across Scandinavia over the time and how it impacted the culture, though exact reasons may never truly be known. Radio bursts 3 billion light-years away. Scientists have said that somewhere out in the vastness of space is a strange anomalous object. The mysterious object in question continues to throw extremely large blasts of radio waves out from around it, travelling at the speed of light in all directions. Fast radio bursts, referred to as FRBs, have always been a mystery for astronomers and scientists. Researchers have suggested that understanding these radio bursts may help to understand the strange nature of the cosmos, but this new finding might help to shed light onto what might be causing these strange signals. When astronomers turned their attention to the possible source of these fast radio bursts, they discovered an area with an extremely strong magnetic field, ultimately suggesting that these FRBs come from an unexplained object that exists in a very intense galactic environment, which is said to contain an extremely strong magnetic source. Scientists are still trying to understand what could be causing this extreme magnetic source, and not many theories have arisen since its discovery back in January of 2018. The lead researcher on the matter, Emily Petrov, working out of the Netherlands Institute for Radio Astronomy, claim that researchers are directly probing the local environment of a source in the distant galaxy. This is where the signals are originating from. The current theory of the cause is said to be that of a supermassive black hole that might be affecting a nearby entity, which in turn is causing the source of the magnetism, though any additional information is completely unclear on the matter. Still, it appears the team is hard at work attempting to gather as much information as they can, which so far has led them to the theory of a possible supermassive black hole, a nearby neutron star, and possible gas tendrils from the area. The research group is confident that in a few years, more creative theories will emerge to help explain this strange radio anomaly coming from deep space and what it could mean for the extreme local galactic environment. The Elves Pizarro discovery. The world of astronomy is filled with a number of classifications. These classifications help astronomers to better catalogue and understand a celestial body when it is placed in its appropriate category. A number of these classifications include identifying a celestial body as a planet, a star, a terrestrial planet, a minor planet, a gas giant, or any other description that can help researchers to better understand their findings. Oddly enough, there appears to be a celestial body referred to as the Elves Pizarro that is nearly impossible for researchers to categorise given its anomalous properties. Discovered back in 1979, Elves Pizarro was originally reported as being a minor planet inhabiting the asteroid belt located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Interestingly, back in 1996, this hypothesis was soon challenged as images taken by astronomer Eric W. Elst and Guido Pizarro noticed the minor planet having a long comet-like tail, which pointed to the theory that perhaps the large body was that of a massive icy comet. Shortly after the images were taken, however, the long tail of the comet disappeared and the body returned to being that of a standard asteroid. This has led many to categorise the body as both an asteroid and a comet until further analysis can be made. Currently, there is a project in the works expected to launch in 2024, with the mission of landing on the minor planet and uncovering its true nature to better understand the possible source of water for our planet Earth during its early formations. The Dark Matter Galaxy X. One of the most peculiar discoveries in the modern day comes from the discovery of Galaxy X and its seemingly impossible to explain lack of matter. In fact, when researchers first took images of Galaxy X, they were not even aware it was a galaxy at all, and believed it to be an anomalous collection of only a handful of stars that were not tied to any galactic cluster. The truth is, Galaxy X is made up almost entirely of dark matter and interstellar gas. The first pieces of evidence of existence of Galaxy X appeared back in 2015. Researchers put forward the theory that the Milky Way galaxy was experiencing the tidal effects of another galaxy, and this galaxy was slowly entering the space of the atomic hydrogen disk of the Milky Way. The mass of this hidden galaxy was estimated to be close to roughly 1% of that of the Milky Way, a terribly small size when compared to the average galactic clusters. Unfortunately, not much information could be gathered surrounding this hidden dwarf galaxy. The only thing researchers have discovered is that this small dwarf galaxy is made up almost entirely of gas and dark matter. Currently, researchers believe that this dwarf galaxy is in the process of moving away from the Milky Way galaxy, and that a collision course with our galaxy is not foreseeable whatsoever. Still, many wonder if this is evidence that far more galaxies exist out in the vast expanse of space, nearly undetectable until such dark matter galaxies interact directly with another galaxy. But what do you think of all these incredible discoveries made by top astronomers and researchers from all over the world? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working towards solving these unexplainable mysteries. Thank you for watching.